All right, let's dive in. Today we're going to talk about this invisible force that pretty much runs our entire lives, the art of social interaction. It's woven into everything we do, from saying hello to a stranger to our deepest, most important relationships. So let's try to decode it together.
You know, the philosopher Aristotle figured this out thousands of years ago, and it's as true now as it was then. We are, at our core, social creatures. And this isn't just some nice thought. It's baked into our biology, our psychology. We are literally wired to connect with each other.
But, okay, if this is also natural for us, why is it sometimes so hard? You've all been there, right? Some conversations just flow. They're effortless, and then others feel like you're pulling teeth. It feels like there are these unwritten rules to the game, and that's what we're going to try and uncover today.
To really get a handle on those rules, we first need to break things down to the basics. Think of it like an equation for how we connect with people, a little formula that helps us see how all the pieces fit together.
So at its heart, social interaction is all about mutual exchange. It's a two-way street. It's not just you talking at somebody, it's this shared awareness, a real back and forth. I mean, if you just treat someone like an object, that's not an interaction, that's just an action. Real connection only happens when both people recognize each other.
Now, here's where it gets really fascinating. Most of this interaction, it doesn't even happen with words. We're basically using two channels of communication all the time, and one of them is way more powerful than the other.
So on one hand, you've got your verbal communication. That's the actual words you choose, right? Pretty straightforward stuff for getting information across. But then you've got nonverbal communication. And this is, well, it's everything else. Your gestures, your tone of voice, your eye contact. This channel isn't just about information, it's about feeling. It's what tells people how you really feel about the words coming out of your mouth.
And get this is the wild part. Some research suggests that a staggering 93% of our communication is nonverbal. Let that sink in for a second. The huge majority of what you're saying to someone has nothing to do with your words. It's all about how you say it, how you're standing, the look on your face. Once you grasp that, it completely changes how you look at every conversation you have.
Okay, so if we want to get better at all this, we have to get better at using the right tools. Seriously, think of it like a toolbox. For any social situation, you've got a bunch of tools you can pull out. The trick is just knowing which one to use.
Let's start with the tools you probably just want to get rid of completely. Things like gossip, backbiting, eavesdropping. I know they can feel like a tempting shortcut sometimes, right? A quick way to feel included or get information, but honestly, all they do is destroy trust and create a really negative vibe.
Now, on the flip side, let's look at the positive tools. These are the ones that actually build strong, real connections. I'm talking about sincere praise, not just empty flattery, but actually noticing and appreciating something about someone. Or sympathy, you know, that ability to really connect with how someone else is feeling. Even simple politeness. It's like the oil that makes all our social machinery run smoothly. And maybe the biggest one of all, actually listening. These aren't just nice things to do. They're the master keys to building trust with people.
You might be thinking, okay, but how much difference can these things really make? I mean, how powerful can a simple tool like sympathy actually be? Well, to answer that, let's look at a pretty extreme case study that gives a profound answer. This is the story of a little girl named Isabel. And for the first 6 years of her life, she lived in almost complete isolation. She was kept in a dark room with her mother, who couldn't hear or speak. Imagine that. No language, no real connection to the outside world at all. When she was finally found, Isabel, she wasn't like other 6-year-olds. Her behavior was described as being like a wild animal. She couldn't talk. She only made this strange croaking sound. She was a human child who, because she had no social interaction, hadn't really become a social being yet. But then, something incredible happened. With intense, sympathetic care and interaction, she started to learn. That simple act of positive human connection, that tool of sympathy we were just talking about, it unlocked everything for her. And eventually, she was able to go to school and do things just like all the other kids. Her story is just this gut punch of a reminder that social interaction isn't just a nice skill to have. It's what makes us who we are.
So Isabel's story really shows how badly we need that positive connection. The question is, how do we apply that to our own lives? For this last part, let's just boil everything down into a few simple golden rules you can start using literally today.
These values right here, they're the foundation. And it's about more than just being nice. Respecting everybody means seeing their worth even when you disagree. Listening patiently means you're not just waiting for your turn to talk, you're actually trying to hear them. Appreciating people, helping out, using those simple but crazy powerful words like thanks and sorry. These are the tiny hinges that swing huge doors in our relationships. And, so important, being able to laugh at yourself, that shows you're human and makes people feel comfortable around you.
And to really bring home why remembering our connections is so critical, I want to end with one last story.
So there was this blind girl, and she was so in love with her boyfriend. She told him, "If I could just see the world, I would marry you in a heartbeat." Well, one day, she gets a miracle, an eye transplant. The day comes, the bandages come off, and she can see everything for the very first time, including her boyfriend. And when she saw that he was blind too, she was shocked, and she refused to marry him.
He was heartbroken, obviously, and he left. A few days go by, and she gets a short note from him. It just said, "Take good care of your eyes, my dear, for before they were yours, they were mine."
And that story just leaves us with this one really critical question. When our own situation in life changes, when our status goes up, who are the people we remember? Who is there for us when we were in the dark? Because the art of social interaction, when you get right down to it, isn't just about what you say or do. It's about what you value. Thanks for tuning in.